I do have some push-up skills, and that's what we're talking about today. We're going to give you some push-up tips, kind of the how-tos and the why would-yous of why would you want to do push-ups. And, you know, it's west part of Florida over the Gulf of Mexico. Wow, nice. Well, you probably have year-round nice weather. We've got some pretty rainy days here, but we've had a great summer. And so what I like about push-ups, and that's what we're talking about today. Oh, for those of you that don't know me, or people that are coming in on the replay, I am Shawna K, or hey, is it Corey? Corey Taylor, I'm glad that you joined me. And Susie's always saying West Coast, best coast. Yeah, she's always bragging on that. What was I? You know, it's so hard with Periscope because you start talking and then you get distracted by these comments. Oh yeah, I'm telling you who I am. I'm Shawna K, challengeworkouts.com or Challenge Shawna. And where's Susie? She's in Vancouver. Well, she's kind of all over she's got kind of 4 houses there. And I am in Calgary. Urban Country Style is on the coast, and I am in Calgary, Alberta. And I was a teacher for 20 years, and I've been a trainer for a lot longer than that. I'm in my early 50s, and I run a fitness boot camp here, and I do a lot, Vancouver, Whistler, and Vancouver Island. That's where Susie is. And I do a lot of, I have a fitness boot camp here in Calgary, and I do a lot of online coaching. I have a VIP coaching program coming up in September, and I have some of my coaching clients like Lisa and Susie on the, thank you, Lucy, on the scope right now, and thank you. And I just really love helping people with their fitness, their fat loss. It's really my passion. And so if you're, I do have a lot of, I did not present at CamFit Pro. I do have a lot of fitness credentials. If you're curious more about who I am, go to the title. It has challengeworkouts.com/Periscope, and you can see how I'm qualified. You can also see how I can help you, and I can also give you an at-home workout so that you can start your fitness at home. Because I'm a big proponent of doing fitness, you know, wherever you are. You don't necessarily have to throw a lot of money or even time at your health and fitness. Especially your fitness, you can get a great workout in 20 to 30 minutes. It's not necessarily the time during the day that you train, it's the time over time. So it's better to actually be spending shorter time daily for a longer and consistent time. Like some people, they'll get like on a fitness binge and they'll train for an hour a day, and then that will last for like 90 days tops. Oh my goodness, not even 90 days, maybe 2 weeks. Hello, Troy. Good to see you. We're talking about push-ups, and thank you for sharing. If you'd like to share anything or my scope, swipe right and invite your followers, or you can invite on Twitter. So thank you, Lucy. I really appreciate that. Talking about push-ups today, earlier in the scope, I just qualified myself as I am qualified to talk about push-ups. I mean, go to challengeworkouts.com/Periscope. It's in the title, and you can see how I am qualified to help you with your push-ups and all your fitness and fat loss. Urban Country Style is one of my longtime clients, and thank you, Lucy or Lisa, another longtime friend and client. Both of them are friends and clients, and they've gotten awesome results using lots of my fitness programs. So we're going to talk about push-ups because that's why I got you on the scope today. Yeah, 3 years. Susie and I have been working together for 3 years, and it's been all my pleasure because I do the bossing, she does the work, she gets the results, and she brags me up. So it's like, how can I not be winning with that? Okay, upper body, how can I do push-ups without hurting my back? That's an excellent question. All right, so the push-up is all about core strength. So what's great about the push-up is you're going to strengthen your upper body and sexify your, oh perfect, you're checking out the site. Sexify your shoulders, your chest, your triceps, your arms, but more importantly, you're also going to whittle your weight. Do I subscribe to get to the video? On that page, you're going to see Absolutely Body Weight. Put your email in there. You'll get on my email list, so I'll send you all kinds of good information, but you'll also get that Absolutely Body Weight workout right away. Okay, I'm going to send you an email with the link, and it should go to a download page right away with that email. And then the other stuff on that, you can read about it, and I can talk to you about it a little bit later. Ask me a question or tweet me or Facebook me. Anyway, so Lucy's asking, how can I do push-ups without hurting her back? And so it's all about developing that core strength. And that's Patty Jones, another one of my most awesome coaching clients from Michigan. And it dawned on me yesterday when you were talking about Michigan, and I was talking about being there in February, and I forgot. It's like, yeah, that's Patty from Michigan. That's awesome. This is what I love about online coaching is I have people in Vancouver. I have people in, where are some of my people? Michigan, and, well, I'm digressing. All right, the core is really important, and so what the push-up helps develop is the transverse, which is the most quiet of the 4 abdominal muscles, and it's like a brace that keeps your back safe. It is not a muscle that you can target through crunches. It'll turn right off. And in fact, if you've had any abdominal trauma or surgery, that transverse wants to turn right off. And so you really have to coax it to work. And so planking is really awesome. So what I like about the push-up is it develops your upper body strength. It develops your core strength. You can do it anywhere, and anyone can do it, no matter what your fitness level. So I'm going to talk about form in terms of hand placement, your elbows, your glutes, and what you can do to save your back. So I don't have my tripod yet, my iPod or my iPad holder. So I have my iPad kind of set up. So the first thing that you have to consider when you're doing the push-up is your hand placement. So your fingertips are always forward. Now you can't really see my fingertips. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying my website. Okay, so hand placement just underneath the, okay, do not know how, but don't know how to do a plank. All right, so this is a high plank, Lucy. My eyes are right in front of, like directly underneath my head, so I'm not looking up because then I don't want to, I don't want my neck to be, like I want a neutral spine is what I'm trying to say. My hands are right underneath my shoulders. Typically when you do a plank, you're going to do a low plank or an elbow plank. So that's a simple plank, okay? That's the hand placement for it. So now in terms of body placement, the key to a plank and a push-up is in the glutes, because when you keep the glutes tight, it helps you. What can you do if you hurt your wrists? I will show you. Okay, get hex dumbbells. Okay, because this hurts a lot of people's wrists. This position, and that's probably what you're talking about, Gwen. So I'm going to move back a little bit. Maybe you can see. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have my iPad tripod yet. It's coming from Amazon. But what I'm doing is I'm neutralizing my wrist by, I can't see because the comments are there. Do you see how I've got my hands placed on the dumbbells? And so that's going to really help save your wrists, okay? And so, first of all, getting into that plank-like position, I'm going to just start from the knees, because if you're a beginner, and Lucy, it sounds like you might be a beginner, you want to start from your knees and you want to tighten your glutes, okay? Because, like I said, the key to a good push-up is in the glutes, and the same with the plank. And so now I'm going to go from this position because I want to show you where my elbows are. Do you see how my elbows, my hands aren't too wide and my elbows aren't flailing to the sides? So I really want to protect my shoulders by keeping my hands in fairly close. Nope, you just need a slacker with push-ups. Is that what you are? Nope, just a slacker with push-ups. Got it. You're not a slacker, Lucy. You're doing burpees and you're going to be adding your push-up to your burpee. And so you want to keep those hands right under the shoulders So you don't want to get them way out in front. Sometimes people get the hands out in front, and then it gets to be an awkward position. So you want to have, and thank you for the love, by the way. New people to Periscope, just tap, 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 and that gives me the hearts. It shows me that you're enjoying what you're seeing. And so, get those hands right underneath the shoulders, and then the idea is to get the chest as low as possible. Common mistake for a push-up is just this, or just moving the hips. So we're trying to work that entire range of motion. Now, a lot of people don't understand that the strengthening portion of a push-up is actually I used to have shoulder issues until you taught me how to do them. Oh, see, Patty, that's great. The strengthening portion of the push-up is not the pushing up. It's actually the lowering phase. So if you're a beginner to push-ups, you can be doing from your knees, you can just be working on the slow lowering, get to the floor, then get up any way you can, and then do it again. It's that lowering phase. That's called the eccentric phase. Now, another way to modify for beginners is to not do it on the floor. And you can do an incline. So let me see if I can do an incline here where you would see. All right. So by, can you see this? If, there. Okay, so if you're doing an incline push-up, so you can be doing it on a chair, a bench, anything that you're in that incline position, it takes some of the, like it's less intense. Okay, be back. Oh, you gotta go. All right, you gotta go let the dogs out. And Lucy, I didn't let the dogs in my gym today because they're just wrestling crazy like. I'll talk to you in a bit. Lucy, thanks for joining us. And so inclining the push-up helps to modify. Another way to modify is, hey Sandy girl, we're talking about push-ups today. Another way to modify that people don't typically do is to widen the stance. So if you can, if the push-up from the knees gets a little bit easy, then widen the stance. And that's a little bit easier than a narrow stance. So you're going to do incline, then you're going to go to your knees. When that gets easy, then you're going to widen the stance. And then the next thing you can do is then narrow the stance. And just because you start doing push-ups, hello Carrie too, just because you start doing push-ups on your knees, like don't just continue. Always kind of push the envelope, but make sure that your form is good. So if you can say do 5 or 6 push-ups from your knees or incline, then go to the floor, with the incline, start on a high incline and then slowly lower it. So you might be doing it from a table. Then you might be doing it from the back of the couch. Then you might do it from the front of the couch. Then you might be doing it from a footstool so that the angle gets lower and lower, okay? Oh, and you can hear the dogs scratching at the door because they're like, I want in the gym, I want on the Periscope. Now, for those rock stars that can do regular push-ups on the floor, what I like about push-ups is that you can be super advanced and still be benefiting from the push-ups. So I do a lot of push-ups in my workout. A lot of times you could do a gauntlet style. You could be adding those push-ups in and be adding them with, say, get-ups or mountain climbers so that you have, or burpees or burpee handstands, because then your chest, shoulders, and triceps get a lot more work, okay? The other thing that you could do is you could make it like a triple stop push-up so that I'm raising my head. Now in a regular push-up you normally would be head down. But a triple stop push-up would be holding different positions of the push-up. So top, medium, and bottom. Medium and bottom. I guess that would be middle. Okay, so that's a great way to intensify the push-up. Another way, again, those eccentric push-ups, or let me see if I can do a decline push-up. I just have bare feet. I didn't put my shoes on. But a decline push-up is another, my hands are a little wide, another great way to intensify the push-up. So incline is modified getting harder as you get down to prone position, and then harder still when you get into a decline position, or adding it with a suspension trainer, or say your feet on a ball. So this is a great way to intensify a push-up, to add, where did it go? An element of instability. And that's what that suspension trainer does, or like my feet are on a ball now, and so that's going to make it a little bit more intense. Now, before I finish up, I want to remind you that most of us are very tight through the upper chest because we're on a computer, we're driving, we're just, we've got this forward posture. And so anytime that you're doing push-ups or chest work, you want to offset that with a lot of back work. So another day I might show you some great, hello, integrity, well-being probably, but can you tell me your name? I like to know people's first names. So when you're doing a lot of chest work, you want to offset it with back work, so that will probably be another scope that I'll do soon. But you also want to do some simple stretches. So if you have a ball or a roller, hey David, good to see you. We're talking about push-ups. You might want to watch the replay to get kind of all the tips and ways to intensify and modify and the great reasons that we do it. You can use a roller or a ball to stretch through that upper chest. So this is a great stretch because it's passive. I'm going to show you it on the ball because it's a little higher. And that is just, what's nice about it is you can open up through the chest and you can stretch at every angle with the hands low, in a T position with the hands high. These are great stretches. They're passive, they're relaxing, and they really help open up through the chest, which tends to get a bit tight when you're doing push-ups. And the roller, Susie Urban Country Style I know she's a big fan of the roller, and Kathy, you've been doing the ball stretches, and they really help, right? They help with your posture, they help with reducing back pain. And the thing about posture is it's hard to change your posture because, you know, lots of us have, you know, I'm over 50. If someone says to stand differently, it takes a lot of conscious effort. But when you loosen up the muscles and you can get those shoulders down and back, guess what? Your waist looks thinner already. And so what's great about that is that you haven't had to diet or do extra exercise particularly, and you look better, you look leaner, you look more confident. Another thing I'm going to show you very quickly, I think you can see it in the scope, is the stick up. Lots of times I'll put it with a wall sit just to intensify it, but can you see how I open up my elbows, try and get my elbows, head, hands, wrists on the wall, slide them up the wall, slide them back. Now that looks super easy, but those of you that have been doing those wall stick-ups, you know how difficult they are and how beneficial they are to your posture and to opening up the front of the chest. So I managed to get through most of my list of what I wanted to talk to, and it's not easy, Lisa, you're right. It looks super easy, right? But your back should be on fire because it strengthens through the back, and and Susie says not easy at all. It strengthens through the upper back, helps those shoulder blades down and back, and it opens up through the chest. And yes, it's very tough, Kathy. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, was some push-up tips, because I love the almighty push-up. Lots of people think that machines and, you know, gadgets and things are, they want to throw their money away on equipment, when you don't necessarily need equipment. You can use your own body weight as your gym, which is even better to do anywhere at any time. And it's for beginners through advanced people. If you just joined us, then go to the beginning of the scope. And bye-bye. Good to see you, Susie. And you'll be able to see what I was talking about. Also, go to challengeworkouts.com/periscope. And hello, Anani. What's your name, Anani? We're just finishing up, so you might have to go to the beginning of the scope. But I'd love to know what your name is. By the way, You know what I like about Periscope? No, I'm not married. What I like about Periscope is I get to see who, and I have 2 kids, I get to see who's on my scope, and I get to see who's generous with the hearts and who's a little heart stingy. So I really appreciate those people that are very generous with the hearts, because when I watch a scope, my finger gets tired. If someone is scoping, see, there comes the love. You don't realize how hard it is to scope, to be trying to keep a train of thought and to try and keep answering questions and keep it all together. It's hard to, and I had to comb my hair. Today I actually combed my hair for you. So that's how much I love my Periscope peeps. In any case, I've got a page for you. It's called challengeworkouts.com/Periscope. I have a little intro video. You can read about who I am and why I'm qualified to help you with your fitness and your fat loss. It's hard, right? And I've got lots of information on there for you. I've got a free workout for you to do at home called Absolutely Bodyweight. But I do require your email because I want to email it to you, and I want to email you fitness and fat loss tips. And that way we can stay in touch. You can reply to that, ask me questions. You can Twitter me questions. Reading the comments, working out, and responding. See, that's the multitasking, right? Not to say that we do it well, but it's not as easy as like I noticed lots of my followers, it doesn't look like some of them do a lot of periscoping yet themselves. And it's tough, and you have to put yourself out there. So I do appreciate the love. The more hearts I get, the more I know that I'm on track, knowing I'm meeting your needs. And I really like to help lots of people. And so yesterday my goal was to get to 40,000 hearts. So I'm trying to get like 1,000 or 2 hearts a day. And I usually scope about once a day. Sometimes it's while I'm walking my dogs or, and some don't read out the comments. I know, and it's interactive. It's not a YouTube video. I want to connect with people on Periscope. That's the point, is because then I can, in real time, answer your questions. So I'm going to wrap it up. I respect your time, and thank you for joining me. We'll probably talk about some back tips, some exercises you can do to help with your posture and help with lower back pain. And I'm glad that you're enjoying my scopes. And you've got the chocolate hearts. That's MX63. Is that your name, MX? Let me know your name. I like to know the name of people. I tend to get a lot of the same people on my scopes, and I really love it. Patty, it was great connecting with you. I need to see your picture on Periscope. That's another, Emmanuel, nice to meet you. That's another reason why I can never find you, Patty. I forget that you're P. Shaw, and then I don't see your picture as well. So thanks for joining me. Have an awesome day, everybody. Give some push-ups a try, and go to challengeworkouts.com/Periscope. Sign up for my newsletter, and you subscribe. And I'm so glad, Emmanuel. I'll have lots of cool stuff for you. And I'm glad that I could help you. Have an awesome day, everybody. And I really thank you for the love. Those people on the replay, I appreciate your love too, because I can see that you came. And I like to see that you give me some hearts, because I'm very generous with my hearts when I watch your scopes too. All right.